My name is Jessica Bonnette, Murray Cromer, and I teach Students in Action here at Lexington High School. So a general day in SIA is never the same thing. We try to incorporate a lot of different things, a lot of different experiences for our students, depending on what level of SIA they're in.
On a regular day in class when we have all students,
we have about 20 minutes where we're just talking about like what to expect, what's coming up next.
And then we move on and start, depending on the level of SIA, breaking them apart, working on the events. So that may have SIA 1 kids working on the basics of learning how to do the event, setting goals, that kind of thing, while the SIA 2s, 3s, and 4s are actually working on long-term goals and coming up with new ideas to expand a project.
So having SIA as a class versus a club made all the difference in the world.
If it was just a club, we could only just do the stuff. We could only just do the events. I didn't really feel like the kids were learning so much. Once it became a class, every member of the class became a leader.
We weren't trying to have them arrange when can they meet and when can they get together and what works best for everybody. We see them every single day.
So since Students in Action became a class and an organization at our school, we've seen a growth in students' ability to identify community problems, to brainstorm solutions, to collaborate with each other.
Our school has really changed its culture as far as towards service, because we have become a flagship for what it means to serve.
Lexington High has become a real example for high schools all across the nation of what young people can do.
Another impact that I think SIA has made on LHS is our relationship with our loyal partners. Those are our students who have special needs, and so we are buddies to them. And those loyal teachers tell us every year, we need you back. Like, we need your kids. Like, that is such a big thing for our students to prepare them for the real world.
What skills does SIA teach students?
It has taught me to really persevere through hard situations.
It's taught me that service is not for me, it's for who I'm helping.
Is there anything that you're working on right now that you wouldn't have pursued had it not been for SIA?
Yes, actually, my first independent project was the start of my blog on Instagram. My blog spreads awareness for physical disabilities, and this blog has changed my life and has allowed me to share my story as a stroke survivor, and all this wouldn't happen if it weren't for SIA.
Students in Action as an advisor has been a lot of work, but it's also been the most gratifying work.
The most gratifying part of SIA has been students, when they graduate, telling us what a difference the class has made for them.
How has SIA made an impact on your charity?
It's been amazing, and I am amazed at the Students in Action. I am a huge supporter of this program. It's almost like we feel the movement within the counties, and the SIA students are doing that. They're giving it, they're talking about it, they're talking to parents, they're talking to friends, they rally. So we feel it, and we're going into the next county and the next county and the next county.
I would say the most impactful thing Students in Action has done is probably our mentoring program.
So high schoolers come once a week for about 30 to 40 minutes, and they work one-on-one with the kindergartners in the afternoons. This has been just such a gift to our school to have extra students on hand. There's been a huge impact for the SIA students into our school.
The reading scores for the schools that we have done mentoring with shot up for those students. That kids who were struggling reading were now at the same level or above their classmates.
It was the highest score our kindergartners have had in many, 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 many years, and we attribute that to the one-on-one work that our SIA students have done with our kindergarten babies.
Probably the biggest memory is the opportunity to go to nationals.
Having students create something, build an event out of nothing, and win a national award in Washington, D.C. Was pretty insane for me.
We gave our whole presentation on linking Lexington and how much it has meant to us and our community and just the overall impact we've made. And then we were waiting for the judges' critiques or comments or whatever. And one of the judges, he just completely broke down and started crying and sobbing. And he told us that his wife had recently been diagnosed with cancer and they had gone through the whole process of treatment and battling. And him being in Indianapolis where we were was his first time leaving his wife since she had been diagnosed with cancer. And just to see that our impact doesn't only touch people directly here in Lexington, but that we're having that impact on other people just by spreading our message, it was just very, very impactful and kind of brought it full circle.
If anybody's considering taking SIA or getting involved in the club, to do it and to get involved in service and to volunteer because it will completely change your life.